MR imaging is truly fascinating. The non-invasive imaging technique delivers unique views of the human body without ionizing radiation. But if safety regulations are not observed, there is a high risk for danger, and accidents can occur. Safety training for all personnel entering the MR environment is mandatory. Such training ensures the safety of personnel and the patients. In addition, do not forget to inform other people that may come into contact with the MR system, such as rescue workers, firemen, workmen, and cleaning personnel. They may be near the magnet for only a short time, but please ensure they are aware of the dangers and necessary precautions when working around the magnetic field. Smoking and open flames are prohibited in the facility of the magnet. The operating company or organization is responsible for the safe use of the MR system, as well as for safety training for all personnel entering the MR environment. This video provides an overview of the basic safety precautions to be observed when using a magnetic resonance imaging system. Let's have a look at the core of an MR system, the magnet. There are several types of magnets used in clinical imaging. Permanent magnets always have a magnetic field. The permanent magnet can't be switched off, even in the case of an emergency. Superconducting magnets are the most commonly used magnets in clinical imaging and are used to generate higher magnetic field strengths. In case of an emergency, superconductive electromagnets can be switched off at any time. The patient is positioned in a powerful homogeneous static magnetic field generated by a cylindrical magnet. The static main magnetic field of a 3T magnet is approximately 60,000 times stronger than the Earth's magnetic field. The static magnetic field used in MRI does not cause any lasting side effects. The same is true for alternating fields when used properly. Magnetic fields from MR systems can present danger. They exert an enormous attractive force on magnetic objects and objects containing magnetic materials. Once attracted by the magnetic force, these objects often cannot be held back, accelerate towards the magnet, and become dangerous projectiles. Remember, individuals with implants are affected by the magnetic field. For example, some pacemakers are not allowed to enter the examination room. The same applies to metal implants or other objects in the body, such as prostheses, which are not MR safe. Ensure you do not have any metallic objects on or in your body before entering the examination room. There are 3 different types of objects related to an MR examination room. MR safe are objects which pose no known hazards in all MR environments. MR safe items include non-conducting, non-magnetic items, such as a plastic petri dish. An item may be determined to be MR safe by providing a scientifically based rationale rather than test data. MR conditional objects have been demonstrated to pose no known hazards in a specified MR environment with specified conditions of use. Field conditions that define the specified MR environment include field strength, spatial gradient, time rate of change of the magnetic field, RF fields, and SAR. Additional conditions, including specific configurations of the item, may be required. MR unsafe objects are those which are known to pose hazards in all MR environments. MR unsafe items include magnetic items, such as a pair of ferromagnetic scissors. Attention! Only use equipment in the MR examination room which is labeled as MR safe or MR conditional. All non-labeled scanner items have to initially be treated as MR unsafe. The controlled area for the field strength is established around the MR system magnet. The controlled area must be clearly marked. In the case of a typical MR system, it is a few meters from the magnet center. All of these safety precautions pertain to patients and those working with the system, as they are all exposed to the electromagnetic fields. Each MR facility should provide detailed patient information in order to avoid surprises during the examination and to prevent risks for patients with contraindications. Patients and accompanying persons entering the scanning room must be thoroughly checked and must fill out the screening form prior to the MR exam. A detailed questionnaire is essential. All questions in the questionnaire must be clearly answered and explained. It must be signed by the patient, as well as by medical personnel directing the patient care. This questionnaire has to be added to the medical record. The physician cannot make a decision on whether an MR examination should be performed unless the questionnaire has been completely filled out. To date, there is no scientific proof that MR examinations are harmless for pregnant women. MR scanning has not been established as safe for imaging fetuses and infants less than 2 years of age. The responsible physician must evaluate the benefits of the MR examination compared to those of other imaging procedures. MR examinations may be contraindicated for patients with following characteristics. Patients with certain implants, for example some pacemakers, ferromagnetic aneurysm clips, certain electronic stimulators, and other implanted systems. Permanent makeup tattoos and tattoos elsewhere must be documented, although this type of body decoration is not a contraindication. Inform patients that tattoos may contain ingredients causing artifacts, skin irritations, or heating in a corresponding area during MR examinations. The same applies for other conductive materials, such as dental braces and body piercings or jewelry. Before entering the examination room, patients as well as staff are required to remove the following objects: all metal objects, cell phones, beepers, watches, jewelry, hearing aids, garments with metallic fasteners, hooks, wires, or threads, metallic patches delivering medication, berets, hairpins, wigs, and prostheses. Makeup and deodorants containing metal alloys should also be removed. The patient should wear clothes made of natural fibers and free of metal. Before positioning the patient, ensure that the coils and the cables are in proper condition. Also ensure that the devices used in the examination room are compatible with the field strength of the MR system. Devices compatible with 1.5T systems may be unsuitable for a 3T system. Defective coils can cause localized burns. While positioning, always be sure to have sufficient separation between patient and magnet bore. Always use appropriate positioning devices for safety and comfort of the patient. Also, make sure that clothing and coils do not hang over the patient table. The patient should be positioned so that the legs and hands are not touching. Crossed legs, as well as arms or interlaced fingers, can form electrical current loops that act as an antenna for RF energy, and local burns could occur. For head-first scanning, the patient should be placed in a head-first position, which means that the coil base should be close to the magnet bore. If necessary, attach the mirror holder on both sides of the patient table. For the feet-first position, the patient's head is positioned on the headrest, which is located at the foot end of the patient table. The patient's feet are located on the back of the head-heel insert. RF fields lead to warming of body tissue. In this context, an important value per body weight is the specific absorption rate. Make sure to enter the correct body height, weight, sex, and age into the system. If the patient feels localized heating or burning sensations, the exam should be stopped. Most MR systems can operate in 3 modes: normal, first level, and second level control operating mode. These modes are shown on the user interface. If one or more parameters, such as gradient fields or high-frequency fields, are not in the normal operating mode, the patient has to be medically supervised, since certain groups may experience physiological stress: warming, sweating, nerve stimulation. Detailed information about the operating modes can be found in the instructions for use. Exams may be performed by qualified and trained personnel only. Provide the patient with hearing protection. Use earplugs to safeguard against the noise level during the exam. The standard Siemens headphones are intended for communication with the patient and can be used in combination with earplugs. Ensure that the intercom is working before starting the examination. Patients receive the squeeze ball to hold. They can call for help anytime by pressing the ball. The exam should be interrupted immediately. If the patient needs to be covered, Use suitable blankets with no metal parts or threads. Attention: to avoid overheating, do not use any covering while running the MR system at first level mode. While positioning the laser light localizer, patients must keep their eyes closed. Sedated patients and patients who are physiologically ill should be secured by a nurse or trained healthcare professional and supervised for the entire duration of the examination. To react properly during an emergency, you have to be able to identify the type of emergency. In case of an accident caused by the electrical equipment or in case of fire, press the emergency shutdown switch. Use it to disconnect the imager electronics from the line voltage. This does not shut down the magnet field. If the patient is, for instance, caught between gantry and patient table, press the table stop button immediately, which is located on the right and left patient table control units and on the intercom. By pressing the button, the motorized table movement will be stopped. Use the emergency release to move the table manually. In the case of an extreme emergency where there is a risk of harm and even death, press the magnet stop switch immediately, and it will quench the magnet. This means that superconductivity breaks down and the magnetic field is dissipated within around 20 seconds. Attention: this does not apply for permanent magnets, which can't be switched off at all. During the quench, helium escapes noisily through the quench pipe. In the case that the quench pipe fails, helium can enter the examination room. All persons should leave the examination room as soon as possible. Direct contact with sub-zero liquids, gases, and surfaces, for instance pipes, may lead to frostbite. For safety reasons, take the recommendation for operating personnel seriously and ensure regular maintenance of your equipment. Create emergency plans that describe the measures patients, personnel, and rescue workers should take in response to potential dangers. Conduct regular emergency exercises with groups. Provide precise documentation of emergencies. Provide non-magnetic tools for cleaning service and emergency personnel. In an emergency, it's very important to know which non-magnetic rescue tools are available. Be informed. This video serves only as supplement to a more comprehensive safety program. MR safety-related information is described in the instructions for use, operation manual, system owner manual. Siemens accepts no responsibility for the safety, reliability, and performance of the MR system if the MR system is not used in accordance with the instructions for use.